We are a B2B e-commerce platform that makes buying and paying for everything you need to run your business as simple as possible.
The problem, though, for us is that we work with 40,000 vendors that have 40,000 slightly different versions of e-commerce.
So with phData, what we can do is set up agents to interact with what they already have and meet them where they are.
We've been using AWS for almost the entire history of the company. I found it to be the perfect blend of an unbelievably scalable and flexible platform, but also something that is very familiar to all the engineers that I typically work with, and pretty quick to build on top of.
AWS, they're at the forefront of innovation, customer obsessed. And phData, we're customer obsessed too. We're also AWS obsessed.
So on the AI and ML side, we're using Bedrock and SageMaker for a lot of the orchestration for the different models that we're using. We're really excited about Nova, and in particular Nova Act, which is their computer use model, so that we can actually automate interactions on vendors' websites, and that helps us power this experience of being able to place orders automatically.
So therein lies the synergy of like, how can we use, the best technology in the world to solve for some of these customers' problems.
phData is helping us build the ability for us to place orders entirely automatically on any vendor's website, regardless of what that website looks like exactly or any capabilities that vendor might have.
So we're seeing meaningful and quantifiable impacts.
Big efficiency gains in how we're actually processing orders with these vendors.
For agentic fulfillment before phData, there was just a physical limit to the number of suppliers we could check out with at any point. With agents, we can. So now we have the ability to update our price point database in real time. We're talking tens of millions of price points. Everyone now has the opportunity to win the buy box.
phData did come pretty strongly recommended to me from other friends that I have in the industry. They're also now really starting to specialize on AWS. I was really impressed that they were bringing incredibly talented, high-quality people onto the very first calls that we had when we started just talking about the potential of a solution that we could build together. I would highly recommend phData to anybody in the industry. It's been really awesome to see that some of the engineers that we're working with following the same types of people on Twitter and other places like that in an environment that's moving as fast as this, as AI currently is right now. You need people who just are that into the technology and following it that closely.
We want to continue to get an agentic solution, orchestration layer of individual agents that can solve discrete problems nearly as well as humans can, and then deploying them to as many folks as possible, as quickly as possible. And phData is helping us set up an infrastructure where we can continue to build these agents. And then obviously with AWS, scale will never be a problem. We can scale them infinitely. And the idea that we can force multiply and help individuals using our software leverage their expertise, what they're going to have a competitive advantage doing, really makes it feel like we're having an impact